Hey, welcome to the Video Game Collectors Podcast. This is your host, Matt Rose, and I'm Josh Byerly. And down below is our good friend Bennihana from Nintendoage.
How's it going?
Um, we've known Benny here for a while. Why don't you give yourself a proper introduction?
Proper introduction.
Yeah,
Well,
like who are you? What's your real name?
my name Matt Benhart. Like I said, I met you guys when I used to live out in Washington State and through Nintendoage, and I think we met even before Nintendoage at PRGE or one of the conventions down there. It might have been like what was it, 08 or 09? I met
Yeah.
you, and then shortly after I met Matt. That
hmm
was back when they were still doing them in the hotels. So we've known each other for 10, 12 years now at least.
Yeah, I've definitely met. You're like one of the first dudes I ever met at a hotel from the internet. So
Yeah, that is true. Can't say I've had too many of those, but
yeah, I
hey,
mean it happens.
We're getting right into it.
Yep.
yeah, met in the lobby of the hotel too. That's about,
Lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
yeah.
Anyway, well, Matt,
Anyway, yes, I'm sorry. I've collected video games for a long time, mostly Nintendos, and had to try and focus my attention on one thing, but I'm not like you guys that collect everything, but I still enjoy my collection.
What was your one thing you focused on? I mean, specifically.
Oh, it was NES for sure. I definitely went hard onto NES, and
Card
that's
only, CIB.
yeah, mostly carts. Started with carts just because it was easier
Yep.
and took up less space, and I didn't have to worry about it. Cheaper, obviously, back when we started. And
mhm.
oh man,
What got you really going on NES? What was the number one game that made you feel like you could complete the whole set, Matt?
oh well, I was collecting long before I did that. But when I found my Stave events, I just knew I had to go for it. Once I got Stave events, I was like, "Yep, if I got the hard one knocked out of the way, then I'm golden." So
And
that's
what,
what. But
what
that was
I,
10 years after I started collecting, if not longer, by the time I found that.
I
I
So
think that's when I remember you from Nintendo Age. Is like this
yeah,
dude just found his stadium events in the wild in the midst of Nintendo Age collecting boom, and people are like, "What? This still happens?"
yeah. Well, it was a good time to get into collecting. It was a good area to be in, and being consistent, going checking out the same stores all the time and getting to know people. So luck
and
will luck
what
will
was
be on your side eventually.
I know the story, but what was the story like on the stadium event find?
Oh man, it was a pawn shop find. My wife and I, long before we had a kid, we used to go out to dinner, and she loves LP records. She would collect records all the time. We found this pawn shop that sold records, VHS, and it had, when we walked in, it had card only, mostly Nintendo games, tons of them. And it was mostly NES, but they had everything else. And I would peruse through it, and we just got to know the guys that worked there. And every Friday night, we would stop by that pawn shop, and she'd pick up a couple more records. I pick up a couple more carts, just filling out the collection, filling in the blank spots, games that I didn't have, anything that I thought was interesting or that was harder to find. And then, yeah. And then one night we walked in there and I'm flipping through it and I saw it. I saw the Steam events. I was like, what is this? I was like, for some reason it rang a bell in my head and I didn't know why. So I had the old Digipress books, which are probably still laying around here somewhere.
Nice.
And I went out, yeah. And I went out, hold on a second, it's right here.
Yeah, grab it.
I mean, this is how old I am. Is I was still using the old Digipress books for references, and I remember I went out and checked it, and it said it was like an R9 worth like $200. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up, and grabbed it, and then started talking, and it was, God, I don't know if it was Rick or if it was John I talked to, and said, hop on Nintendoage. Those guys know exactly what you have and if it's the PAL version or not. And that's how I hopped on there and told the story and got on it. So
John Hancock and Rick Weiss.
yeah, yeah, John Hancock, Rick Weiss. Yeah, it was all part of that. What was it? Northwest Collectors Gaming
Northwest Classic Gaming Enthusiast,
Classic. Yeah, I got on with them.
NWCGE.
Yeah, got in with them, and then they told me to hop on Nintendoage, and that's where I really found all you guys and the friends. But let's see if it's even in here. It's in here somewhere. I don't know where.
Do you remember what you paid for it at the pawn shop? Like, what would they charge for it?
$3.99 plus tax. It was like $4.13 or something like that after tax. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I still
So,
have
and
it.
Matt, tell me, you still have that cartridge, right?
Yeah, it's in my display case back here with all my other expensive ones.
Man.
It's my what I call it, my go case. If house ever catches on fire, I grab this case and I run out the door with it. Then I go back in after the kid and the dog. I didn't say that. He knows how to get out of the house. It's okay. So
Man, you're already checking off my questions.
Yeah.
Ching,
yeah.
ching.
I mean, it's not hung up, and that's how sad it is. We've been in this house 4 years now, and I haven't hung it up yet. It's still sitting on the floor underneath the TV. So, but I got some other good stuff in there. A prototype that a good friend gave me years ago, and some of the other hard ones to find. So,
Dang, what was that prototype?
Kirby's Adventure.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you sold it to Melissa one
Yeah,
year. So she gave it to me.
Definitely sold it to her. So
Yeah, okay. I don't know what she did to pay you for that. I don't want to know.
Wow.
Well,
wow, dude. I got
I'm
nothing.
just saying. You gave up for prototype. I'm just saying, if Josh gives up prototypes, it's worth something.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good deal. You guys helped me for years over the years at the show. So it was just definitely a here you guys go.
Yeah. Oh shit. What'd I do?
No,
Well, you're still there. We see you.
Am I? Okay. There we go.
Oh.
I put the book down. I found it. Yeah. So, but
All right. So fast forward to Nintendoage, you do your thing, you're on there and you start going deeper and deeper and deeper. And
yeah. Yeah, sure did.
and you complete the set, you get every NES game.
I
license.
did, yes. I think you got me my last one.
Yeah, I
The
got your
Little
Amazon
Samson.
showing here.
The Little Samson trade for a shit ton of Atari computer and
Oh, that's
that
right.
Atari one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed Little Samson Flintstones Dinosaur Peak.
That was it. I bought the game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you bought the game and traded me for all that Atari stuff that I got from a guy. And
The Space Atari computer
Oh.
stuff. I remember that. Yeah.
so much. That room was so full.
I still have a bunch of that stuff, actually.
Good. As long as you're
Because I have a hard time selling anything.
Well, I spent months testing it all, seeing what worked and what didn't.
I know.
It was fun to play with. So.
I still have your green tape on it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That might
When I go to the storage unit, I'll text you.
That might have been a stolen tape from my previous employer. So,
Well, who was that?
I'm not at liberty to say, but
Army Green.
Yeah, call it Army Green.
Army Green.
So it's okay. You can call it Army Green.
Yeah.
But no, it's painter's tape. You can buy it at any local, Home Depot store. So that's where I got it from. Yeah, it is.
Or on base store as well.
Yeah, the BX. Yeah, the one the Air Force Base BX has it. Yeah,
yeah, they got it too.
That's where they get it. Yeah, so
I get it from Home Depot though. Yeah.
Home Depot. It's cheaper off base. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
but
man.
that was. I think that was the last one. And then actually, like we had talked about, I lost 2 carts in the move, and I don't know if it's when I came down to your place and I gave you a bunch of the stuff before I moved to get rid of it the year before. If I gave you the loose carts because I thought I had them in box.
Maybe
2 now. So technically, I don't have a complete set.
So you're missing Amagon.
Amagon, and I don't remember what the other one is. It is there is a hole in it. I have it where it belongs. Yeah.
Sounds like a woman.
Yeah. I just don't remember what it was. Like I said, 4 years and my room's still not set up yet. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay.
It's close. It is real close.
I can't believe it's been 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 years. What was it? October 13th was my retirement ceremony. So yeah, 4 years.
And now you collect coins professionally?
Collect coins? No, I don't collect coins. I wish I did, but no, I don't. No.
You just spend your time collecting pennies, right?
Pennies.
Yeah, from the ground.
Also, I can pull out of the earth. Well, that all came that was a COVID thing, There was nothing to do, and the kid wanted to go to the park all the time. So I was like, if I'm going to wander around the park, I might as well dig a hole in the ground and see what I can find. So it's better than sitting at home drinking a beer by yourself, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know about that. That's pretty
Yeah.
fun. So you got into metal detecting, and you
Yeah.
just forgot about video games for the rest of the time.
No, I didn't forget about them. Every time I come to this room, I look at it and I go, God, I got to finish setting that thing up. But I mean, it's 90% done. And honestly, Melissa helps a lot. She has come down and hung a lot of the frame stuff and put the stuff together for me. So I just, and the AVS is upstairs. So whenever I want to play stuff, I just play it on the power pack upstairs anyway.
Speaking of AVS, little plug to Retro USB, Retro Zone. Brian has AVS systems back in stock on his website. Maybe we'll throw a link at the bottom if you want to buy an AVS. I highly recommend it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It took a good 4 years to get that shit back in stock. And
two of them, they're worth it. I got one down here and one upstairs. You got to have two.
Game Genie built into the system, so you don't have to pretend you're going to jam one in there. If you suck at video games and want to cheat, you can do it without the Game Genie.
What is the website?
RetroUSB.com.
I was gonna say, is his Christmas card out yet? I know he's working on it. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's out yet.
No, it's not out. It's usually out October 1st, but he was a little delayed due to the AVS release, so he's trying to get all that stuff out.
If you guys don't know what the Christmas cards are,
oh shit!
I don't know if we've ever really talked about them on here.
No, we haven't.
So here's 2014. They're little blinky cool cards, and they usually come with some sexy model on the back.
Dude, what was it? 08 and 09 had the hottest chick I've ever seen on those things.
Yeah, there's 2022.
Yeah, grab that. Let's see what you got.
Oh, I got those too. Hold on, let me.
See, this is how messy my room is. I can go to the floor and find the instruction manual right here laying on the floor.
Mine are. Oh, it's your wife.
Oh, yeah, and here's the SNES one.
Oh.
But what year were those? Those were 2011. She was 2011, yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's 08. I graded this when WADA first came out.
You got 08 graded?
Yeah. Ooh. And it's got they slabbed the card in the back of it with it.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
What do you think 08's going for nowadays?
I don't know.
Just loose.
I have no idea. $1,000?
God, I don't know. I got offered probably 10 years ago. I got offered like 500 for mine.
Yeah, I don't think I'd even sell it. That's the thing. Like those are special cards. I really do like them of all the Retro Zone stuff. But yeah, the first one literally is just a card that flashes, and you could have put a
falls, right?
What's that?
No falls, and then
and you could have put a message on the screen if you wanted to. And I think I did. I bought two originally, and I sent one to a dude, and then I sold mine. And then I acquired another one from Jason Smith. 2008, there's less than 50 of them.
That's what he said, yeah. He had less than 50 made.
Yeah, so.
But
it's one of the coolest homebrew items that exists.
He doesn't do the custom messages anymore on them either, just because I've gotten so big. It's so busy.
Yeah, you can't put a penis level on the game either. So.
Well, yeah. You used to do movie quotes from
It's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation every time. I remember that. Yeah, Melissa got a kick out of that shit. So
did you have one? Did I give you one with it?
No, because I always had my own, but I always saw yours and
yeah, they always had a Christmas Vacation.
You used to put them on the inside of the instruction manual too. So because I would always throw my dog's names or the 4 players, it'd be me, Melissa, and the 2 dogs we had.
Yeah.
Now I can't do that because he doesn't do it anymore, but I won't hold it against him.
Yeah, you can't. We all get older. Shit gets busy.
Yeah.
So has he consistently done one since 2008? Was there a skip year or whatever, or no?
No. The one year it was a compilation cart, the one with the LCD screen on the front of the cart. What year was that one?
I don't have that one.
You don't have it? I have it over here. Hold on. Let me grab it. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
I've definitely have a few that are not there. Look at that case behind him there.
Was that an SNL reference right there, Matt?
Was it a what?
Talk amongst yourselves. Why do I go back to SNL like early 90s with
it might have been
Mike Myers when he's playing I'm Flick Klimt. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I watched SNL in the 90s, but you can't see anything because when the cart's plugged in, the LCD screen lights up.
What year is it?
This is, I don't know. Let me look. Because he didn't do an instruction manual for it either. because for whatever reason, because they were on there. Maybe it's 2017. So I
Yeah,
put
it's
his
definitely the one I missed.
family Christmas card. I put his family Christmas card in there, so I know what it is. Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, it's 17 because I got 16 and 18. I put them in order, so yeah, it's the 17 one. It's pretty cool because yeah, the LCD screen lights up with the picture of what year you're playing.
Damn.
It's all like 10 years of the previous games, and then when you put it in and turn it on, the label from the years, whatever you pick, is what shows up on the screen. It's pretty slick.
That's
So you need a top loader.
Or an ABS and leave the door open.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
A top loader. Yeah.
Leave the door open.
Leave the door open.
Yeah. Trying to
Oh,
think of something really gross to say, but I can't.
Our kid's room is right across the hall from ours now, so leaving the door open is questionable. Dude, she's 6 and she's already wants to move to the basement bedroom.
Wow.
Tell me that's weird.
Smart.
It's not. You should encourage that.
Yeah, smart.
It has an egress window. I'm not going to do it. She could sneak out and I wouldn't even know it.
Okay.
Yeah. I put a rock on that thing already. I'm like, if that rock ever moves, I know somebody came out that window. So, first time parent, you know what that is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's wild. Your kid is 6 years old now.
yeah. Remember that first PRGE? She sat in the
pack and play. Yeah.
the pack and play, the little portal pack and play all night and just
Yeah, man.
the whole time.
That was fun.
Good times. I'm coming back out. If I would have known Melissa's surgery was this Friday instead of PRG, I would have flown out that year, but it was supposed to be
you would have had fun this year. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Matt, what episode is this? What are we on? 81?
This is 81.
81? Yeah. We didn't really talk about PRGE, but
Let's
in the
talk
last
about
couple episodes.
PRG.
Yeah. So maybe we could bring that up.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
can.
have a good time. I always have a good time, so
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had to have hit record attendance. There's no way it didn't. How many extra vendors were there this year, Josh?
Yeah, I don't know what the attendance was, but it was a good show. They added 60,000 more square feet, I believe is what they said, and they added 100 new vendors.
Yeah, it was nuts.
did they have a second show hall then, or did they move
Yeah, they just opened up a second show hall.
I heard, did Tetris move out of the main show hall too?
No, this year
No,
it was in there.
It was still in there? Okay, I thought I heard that they had their own room or something.
And then they had a Blockbuster World Championship, video game championship.
Wow.
It was kind of cool.
I didn't even get over there. I mean, it was consistently busy. Like normally you hit like 3 or 4 o'clock, it starts slowing down. Never slowed down. Sunday, still busy, which is
Yeah, but we bailed early. What can we say?
We did bail early, but it was still busy. It wasn't like a normal Sunday where it just starts really dying off. There were just people.
Wow.
We're on Sunday. I agree with that. I don't know. To me, it felt a little less busy, honestly, but maybe it's because I didn't care as much this year, Matt. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
in years past, you guys had so much product. It was like, that's what kept you busy, was the amount of stuff you guys would have on the tables. It would take 4 or 5 of us just to sell stuff all day long. So did you have the same size booth as usual, or?
Yeah. And we had all the product still. We had a PC game collection we had bought out. Local guy here passed away, and we obtained it through a local thrift shop, and just awesome PC games, really great condition, all good titles, and yeah, it was our tables were packed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a good show. One thing, the prices on the booths did go up this year.
Yeah.
It was and it's going up again next year, it appears.
Really?
Yeah, for a super mega, I want to say it's $3,000. This year, I want to say it was 2,200.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's expensive. I mean, you got to have a lot of $5 items if you're doing that shit.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna do 3 single tables next year. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
He said that this year too, Matt.
I did say that this year, and then Rick's like, "You want a big booth?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it."
And he said that last year too, and the year before that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep.
Fuck.
That's funny. Yeah, well, you always say it. And how many U-Haul trucks did you bring this year?
No,
None?
I drove my truck up with my vanity plate.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
I had the Honda packed window to window, and yeah.
That's always a good time watching those cars come in and just seeing them packed
Oh
full,
yeah, there was
helping people unload and be like, where you want it taken to. So
yeah, it was good times. A lot of Nintendoage people there.
really,
We had a Nintendoage table drape, Nintendoage system we hooked up, and we had Chunk out on it for a while, and then
did you
Matt
really?
switched to Ninja Turtles.
Cool.
Yeah,
lot,
and then
lot,
Christian set up at the same booth as us,
yeah.
Ferris Bueller,
Oh yeah, yeah.
promoting his documentary Mother to Earth and product that went along with it. So
Cool.
cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah. I do miss the Nintendo Age forums, man. That's where we all met and that's where we all hung out regularly. And it's just, I mean, they tried those chat rooms and stuff. It just didn't end up the same, you know. It's like something was different, but hey, it's
Yeah,
okay. We
shit
all get older.
changes. People move on. It's fine.
Yeah. Some of us move across the country or halfway across the country.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Which chat rooms did you get invited into? What?
Oh, there was a Discord for the longest time that I was in. And then what was the other one? Was it Tiny Chat we were in for the longest
Tiny
time?
chat. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiny Chat. And then I think those were the only two. It was Tiny Chat for the longest time. Then Discord came out after Tiny Chat shut down. But even that stuff wasn't the same. It was just, yeah, it wasn't video game talk. It was just people hanging out chatting, which is fine. I don't mind that. But the one thing we have in common, we never talked about anymore. So I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be nice if something existed again that, I don't know. Video game stage is fine. It's fine. It fills the need for the people that need that.
Yeah. And
I haven't felt like it's been a very open community though. So I haven't really participated much.
yeah, and that's the thing is like since my daughter was born, I pretty much that's what I worry about now is you didn't tell me we were going to be busier when we had a kid than when we didn't have a kid.
Yeah, it sucks.
Jeez, I'm just glad you guys filmed on Wednesday because it's the only night we don't have something going on. So
That's probably why we film on Wednesday.
because you guys have nothing going on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's when I can get Josh on here.
Oh well,
Works for me usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Matt, you've completed the NES set. It's 2004, and no, I don't know what year it is. What year do you complete that? 2010, 11?
yes. Let me see. I was found state events in 09, 08, 09.
Well, that Flintstone's got to be about 2011.
Yeah, I probably had it by. Well, when was that?
That show at the Callis show.
The Cowlitz that they were in the old J.C. Penney building or
It's,
whatever.
2012.
Oh, that show.
Yeah, that was the show where the Nintendo Age booth had nothing but Atari product for sale,
Mhm.
and everybody kept giving us crap about it. I was like, "Hey, you guys are buying it, so I'm okay with it."
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's good.
2012 probably was when I finished it, and then after that, I started going complete in box a little bit here and there, upgrading the labels that had crappy copy labels and all that stuff like that. But I think after that, what did I move on to? GameCube, really hard on GameCube. That failed miserably because right when I got in GameCube, everybody got into GameCube, and it just got outrageously expensive.
So did you stop then?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I probably got 100 titles of GameCube, but it just started getting hard. Like,
Yeah, now it's really expensive. So
yeah, I know it's
good
even
luck.
more. Been 10 years later, yeah. So,
No, it's horrible, man. Like disc only Pokemon box, it's like $1,000.
jeez,
That's dumb.
crazy.
Yeah. So you've kind of just put a hiatus on buying video games then.
Yeah, and where I'm at now, there is really no market. I mean, I look on Facebook Marketplace and there's one retro video game store 20 minutes away, and they have a second store that's like 40 minutes away. And we go to those cities, the big city, we call them the quad cities, but there's like 6 of them. Don't ask. But we go there because my mom lives there and her parents live in town. So we drive there, at least once a week, but I don't even bother stopping anymore because they know what they have and everybody knows what they're worth. So you're not going to find anything in the wild. They're not a pawn shop. I'll hit the pawn shops every once in a while, but with a 6-year-old, she gets bored real fast in a pawn shop. So you got to keep it moving. So
You don't even show her the power tools, anything like that.
Yeah.
as long as I have a battery and a drill bit, then we're good to go. She can just
That's funny. I've never seen those game stores when I go to visit your mom. So
good. She lives literally like 6 blocks from the one that
I
the very
I
first
guess
one
I got something else on my mind when I go to
So-
see her. So
yeah.
cheers to Matt's mom.
The first one that we ever bought a Nintendo at that Melissa wanted was like 6 blocks from where she lives now, her new house. So it's close,
Nice.
but
Huh.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, there's nothing on Facebook Marketplace. They all want like everybody wants like $1,000 for their loose cards that are all sports titles, and I'd be happy to pay it if there was a stadium events in there, but there's nothing in any of those. It's all like NFL quarterback or something stupid. So you're like, geez, but.
Mhm. Yeah, video games are mostly dumb.
Way new. Yeah.
I kind of hate them.
You hate them,
Mhm.
but you have an entire basement full of them.
Mhm.
You have a storage unit full of them too.
I have 2 storage units.
2 storage. See, whatever happened to the? Remember the show we were going to start? What's in Josh's garage?
Yeah.
That would have been a great show. Just randomly walk through there and be like, "Oh, I forgot I had that," and like, dude, there's like,
yeah, no, that was going to be a YouTube series.
yeah, could have made a killing on that.
The shit in my basement. What's in my basement?
What's in my basement?
What's in my basement? What's in my
What did we
storage?
find today?
Yeah. I kept all mine into one room in the one house. So the second extra bedroom downstairs. So
Mine's in one room now in this house because I got 2 storage units. So
yeah. Is it downstairs room?
the back far room. Yeah, it's all
Back,
really
okay.
organized. So
Yeah.
refinished everything, put new electrical in.
Good. So now I know which one to break into when I want to come steal something.
Yeah.
I know.
Got a Murphy door, so you can't tell it's a room.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
That's
just kidding.
security, right? Yeah, I got a giant sign on mine that says "No kids allowed, gaming only" or something like that. And
Yeah.
first
So
thing
game in
we do is gaming zone. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it said game in only.
Oh, game no.
Oh.
First thing every neighborhood kid does when they come downstairs is they come wandering into this game room. I'm like, get out. You don't belong in there. Get out.
Game in only.
Game in only.
Well,
Wow, we should make some shirts.
I told you guys
I
you should
like
come out
it.
and visit sometime.
Yeah.
I got a whole, suite down here in the basement that you guys can live in, but no, you guys don't want to fly to the Midwest where it's hot and humid and cold and windy and it
sounds horrible actually.
I'm not gonna sell it to you. There's no selling about it. So
Not gonna sell it.
but it's cheap as hell to live. I'll tell you that. It is. So
I love your background. I dig the setup.
yeah, it turned out well. We like it. So I just need to get, like I said, the big frame needs to get hung on the wall, which would actually be behind the camera on the back wall, but I just haven't got around to finding the stud finder, and
I just need to show up.
Yeah, if you showed up, the stud finder would go crazy, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, man.
Is that, I have to ask, is that a test market or deluxe or the system?
Which one?
Robbie the robot.
Oh no, that's just standard inbox, Rob. Yeah.
Okay.
Where did I get that one from? Probably Josh. The sports set I got from you at one of the conventions.
Oh yeah, the battery's still sealed in there?
Yeah, it's probably leaking I haven't opened it since that convention, so that's 10, 15 years old. But and then
the AVS and
yeah, I got the AVS over there on the other side and the classics. That Famicom Hong Kong version that I made a mistake to buy, can't get rid of, but that's okay. You learn.
Yeah,
you want
sell it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
You got a regular one? You got a regular one? A US or a non-PAL version or whatever?
Which system is it?
The Famicom, that's the Hong Kong one, so you can't play it on a
regular. Oh, that's a Hong Kong NES set right
yeah.
there. Yeah, I already have that, actually. It says Hong Kong version in the lower right-hand corner.
Top left underneath the family computer. I need to get it down for you? Hold on.
Maybe. I can't see that up there.
No, I can't see it either. That's why.
Yeah, we couldn't see that. No, I don't have that. No, I want that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but it's the Hong Kong edition, so it doesn't work on any TVs I got. But
Yeah, why don't you send that to me?
all right, we'll do. No, of
Thanks.
course, then I
I'll
gotta
send
have.
you a copy of Amagon.
I was gonna say I gotta have something to fill the gap up there though, because now it's not gonna look uniform, and my OCD will go crazy. So a regular Famicom would fit really nice in there too.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm good at filling holes.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Well, it depends on who she is, I guess.
Damn.
Damn.
So
Anyways,
you're gonna have to let us know what the second game is too. Amagon and whatever the other one.
probably Miracle Piano or some shit.
No, I got that in the box up here. You weren't. I got that one.
Well, I'm really sorry you have a box for that. So
Yeah, with the pedal and everything.
Ooh.
The pedal I had to buy separate by itself to finish that one off. That was a bitch, but
yeah.
Would you say like 50% of your collection or more was literally finding it in the wild, or how much did you like actually find in the wild?
oh, it was more. It was probably a majority of it because remember for the longest time I didn't have PayPal and I wouldn't do eBay.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was. What do you
That's why-
call it?
That's why you got Flintstones, because you wouldn't. I don't have PayPal. I don't want to do that. I don't have PayPal.
I wouldn't do it, so I traded you thousands of dollars worth of Atari stuff.
So, and then you made me buy that stupid fucking thing. That's right.
Hey, you volunteered. I didn't make anybody do anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so I would say,
do things, Matt.
God, I'd say at least 90% of my stuff was found in the wild. Easy.
That is wild. I mean,
Or-
to think about trying to do that today.
Oh God, no way.
How's your Play Choice 10?
Amazing. It's on the bar in the other room, in the bar, on the bar. So
That's like one of the big regrets I have.
you selling that to me? It didn't work when you sold it to me.
I know I would have got it fixed eventually.
You know how to fix it?
No, I would have figured it out.
Okay.
The white bar
All
top
right.
in it. What games do you keep in there?
Oof. All three Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Contra, Super Contra.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario. 2, 3. Gauntlet.
Mega Man 3.
Excite Bike.
Yeah.
How many is that? Mario Brothers, 2 Contras, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Tecmo Bowl.
Ooh. Probably one more.
I got golf and tennis are both sitting outside because I have 12 games. I don't remember what the other ones are. I'd have to
Castlevania.
Mike Tyson's.
Castlevania, Mike Tyson's. Yep, Mike Tyson's is in there. And Castlevania for sure.
That should be good.
Yeah, my biggest regret on that is what did it have in it? It had the
Power Blade.
No, it didn't have Power Blade. It was the soccer game. Was it soccer or was it something else?
I don't think we had. Does Play Choice 10 have soccer?
No, there was. Was it World
Cup soccer?
Yeah, World Cup soccer is super. It's not super rare, but it was rare, harder to find.
Uncommon. Yeah.
Yeah, it had that in it, and I traded it for some NES games I needed, some expensive stuff. But
I remember when volleyball was like the really expensive one, but now it's Power Blade and Rescue Rangers 2. And
isn't Solar Jetman tough as well?
Yeah.
I think so. Ninja Gaiden 3 is hard to find, I think.
Yeah, that one's really expensive.
Yeah. I have a list of it. I may not have printed off the list of.
Shatterhand?
Did they make that, or is that a?
Or was that the questionable one? There's one that's always like, oh, they have it, but nobody's found it.
Well, there's some that are doing like they'll take a baseball cart and they'll convert it to games that weren't ever released, and
yeah, that's annoying because then it throws you off, and you're like, was that on my list?
Yeah.
I was going to look on my list.
Are there jumper wires on the back, or is it legit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't print off my Play Choice 10 stuff because when they moved that, I just put the extra carts in it. So, but
I remember you getting that bar top. Was it the white one, right? The white bar top?
Yeah, the bar top one, the smaller one. Yeah. It looks nice. It's nice sitting on the bar.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the kid's getting better at Excite Bike. That's about all she plays on it. She played a little bit of Mario, but she kept getting mad at the Goombas for killing her. So, but I'm sure eventually she likes I have a Touch Master too, one of the little games where you touch the screens. I got one of those, and she likes playing that game because it's a lot easier. You can do the card games in sequence and stuff. So, but God, what is the other game? That's gonna bug me.
Josh likes playing Touch Master.
He is a Touch Master. He's beaten that game. Wait, he beats it when he Touch Master. He's master.
Beaten Touch Master.
Yep, there it is.
I'm more of a Beat Mania type of guy. Not
so
Touch
much
Master.
to unpack on that one. I'm curious, what's out of, you have pretty much every game. What's your favorite game? Like, what's your go-to? You're going to play, you're going to sit down. What's your, and we're talking NES.
Yeah. Oh, Contra for sure. Contra or Super Contra. Because you could just sit and run and gun. And even though I've no deathed it thousands of times in my life, I bet you. And even though I've done it, I still will sit down and play it and just full speed, killing stuff and just going to town, and it doesn't get old. I thought
you were going to maybe see Jackal actually for some reason.
Jackal? No. Yeah.
Sorry. Have you no death Super Contra?
Yep, I did Super Contra. I did that years ago. It's on my YouTube channel. Long time ago. We're talking 10 years ago.
What's your YouTube channel?
Yeah, what the hell? I don't have that. What is it?
It's not like I do anything on it. It's been like 10 years since I put any videos up. It was all for when I was working for Kevin is what I had all the games and stuff. So, because we had to upload all the beta testing, but I do have it. I think it's WA Benhart is what it's called. I don't know. Yeah. There's videos of Michelle on there. It's not like a gaming YouTube channel. It
is now. So sorry.
I did recently beat Tecmo Bowl on the Play Choice 10, and I had it up there because I was trying to figure out how to film on a Play Choice 10 because there's no video out, so it's a pain in the ass to do.
So what did you do?
I had a camera over my shoulder and literally filming the screen like we're talking 1998 old school style.
That's okay.
Wow.
Yeah. There's no audio out either, so I had to put a microphone underneath of it in the speaker, and I built a little box so it drowned out all the. Because when you hit the buttons, it's annoying as shit on an arcade with those tapping those buttons. So it tried to drown it out. It wasn't great, but it worked.
I can't believe you've no death Super Contra. I mean, I've used the code on that damn game and still almost not beaten it.
It's what level? The alien level where they come out from the sides, where those little ones keep rolling out. That's the hardest one got me every time. If you get through that, it's golden. But I did Operation C also on the Game Boy version. Wow. I did that one too. I put it in the Game Boy player and I did that.
What about Contra 3?
No, I thought about it and I really was working at it for a while, but then
I think it's impossible. Honestly.
I think there's too much there's too much randomizing on it. Like you can't memorize the patterns like Contra and Super Contra. You can memorize the patterns and it's the exact same thing every time. So I think on Contra 3 they got too good and you can't do it. So
Contra 3 is so good.
It is. I have it.
That game's amazing. Oh my god, I've played that so much as a kid.
Yeah, I've tried to no death it without getting power ups, but I don't know, both Contra and Super Contra, but I don't know if that's possible because sometimes you just need the spread gun to clear the way. Just got to go. So, but yeah, that is definitely Contra's my go-to game. A lot of Dr. Mario. If the wife is playing, we'll play Dr. Mario head to head. Super Mario Brothers 3, which is the game that really got us both into it. And then just, random stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
That sounds like you got a pretty cool wife.
She is pretty cool. I'll give her that. She's the reason I did this. You remember, I was going to say, I don't know if you guys had to have heard that story.
No, tell it.
That the whole reason I got into collecting, it's all her fault. So she cannot bitch about this room or any of this stuff ever. Because, man, 98, we were sitting in her college dorm room. And it was, Saturday night. We had no money. We were bored. And she's like, I want to play Super Mario Brothers 3. And I was like, I got a Nintendo, but I don't have Super Mario Brothers 3. And she's like, well, shit. So then we went over to the video game store that's right down the street from my mom's house. And they used to sell Nintendo games, buy two, get one free. And this is, 98. So they were all $5 a piece. It didn't matter what game it was. And we went in there and we bought Super Mario Bros. 3, Excite Bike, some other games that everybody plays all the time. And then the next weekend, we're like, hey, let's go pick up a couple more games. The next thing you know, she has like 20 or 30 games in her dorm room. And then I go off and join the Air Force, and then we get married, and all that shit comes with. And when you have no money and you live in the middle of New Mexico and there's nothing to do, there's only two things to do. And one of them is play Nintendo. So we didn't want to have a kid, so we were playing a lot of Nintendo. So, yep. So yeah, no, it's all her fault. Yeah, she got me into it, and I realized how cool it was, how fun it was.
There's only two things to do.
So when you were before
lived in New Mexico, they know there's only two things to do. Yeah.
So I know a lot of your story just because I've known you a long time, but I really don't know what little Matt was like. Was he a Nintendo kid growing up?
No.
Did you get a Nintendo for Christmas? What's the story?
No. My mom was anti-video games. No way. She did not want us in the house. We had to be outside playing, running around. There were no video games at all.
So Nintendo was like a treat. It was like a treat when you went to a friend's house.
Yeah, go to a friend's house. They had them every so often. We did have an Atari 2600, and my cousins, their parents had more money than my parents did. So they used to bring over their big case with like 30 or 40 games. We thought that was the coolest thing until I go to my friend's house and realize Super Nintendo was a thing. And I was like, oh shit, I'm way behind the times here. And then, yeah, Melissa blames my mom for a lot of stuff because I didn't get into RC car racing either, because I would never allowed to have a remote control car either because they were too expensive. So now I have spent a lot of money on those, and I spent a lot of money on video games. And
now your mom sees your video game collection and she just disowned you. Is that what happened?
I wouldn't say she disowned me. I think she looked back
very disappointed.
Yeah, she's just disappointed. She kind of looked back on it and said, you probably could have done better things with your time and money. At the same time, we didn't have kids. We were dual income, no children. What else were we going to do?
Buy video games.
It's better than buying beer and doing drugs, so can't complain there. And she's like, yeah, you're right.
It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, mom and dad, I think it was more because we didn't have the money for it. We just didn't have a lot of money, and I think she also didn't want to sit in front of a TV. Nowadays problems where they sit in front of tablets and TVs all day long. It's like she didn't want that at all. So she forced us to go outside, which I'm grateful because I was enough. So.
That was pretty universal when we were kids. I across the board, like it wasn't just my parents, it was my friends' parents too. When we'd go over and play games at their house, we had like a time limit where we could play, but you had to equally play that outside. So they'd just come in, shut it off, and be like, get outside.
Yep.
And we go play G.I. Joes out in the dirt and ride our bikes off of ramps and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. For me on Sundays, I couldn't play video games on Sundays. It was church, right?
Yeah.
So you had to go to church, no Nintendo on Sunday. One I remember one Sunday very clear, and it made me not play video games on Sunday, but my mom went out to the barn to feed the animals, right? The horses and the chickens and all the shit we had. And I'm like, oh, I got like 10 minutes. I can sneak a game in. Nobody's here. It's just me. I can stay in the house and play video games. It's pouring rain outside. She didn't make me go outside. And I sit down and start playing. And like 2 minutes later, she walks up. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I was just nothing. I like turned it off really quick. She knew I was playing it. And she took the power cord away from me for the system for like a month. So I couldn't play video games for a month. I'm like, okay, we don't play on Sundays.
Yeah.
So no power cord. Can't play video games.
Yeah, that's true.
You can really lay the hammer down.
Yeah.
Nowadays, what do? You shut off the Wi-Fi and they just use your data anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They just go to steal the neighbor's Wi-Fi. That's what they do.
They're hacking into the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, hey, if you can figure it out, I guess more power to you. So.
Yeah, don't have to worry about paying for college then. I guess we're good there. So,
well, dang. So your collecting journey, are you at a standstill, Matt, or are you?
I'm paused. I don't want to say I'm done.
Okay.
I'm taking a break. I think the change in life between having a kid and then retiring and moving, out of Washington in the same 2-year period was a big life change. And then getting here and not having access to them is cool because it's a pause. But I definitely can see now that she's in school, she's a first grader now. And once she starts doing her own thing and she doesn't need us as much, then I can see myself sitting down here playing games, getting back online, chatting with you guys, getting back into it. And then I am going to end up, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to collect next because, like you said, GameCube's through the roof. There's no way I'm going to go there just to have it sitting on a shelf.
Dude, go for PS4.
I don't even have a PS4.
Who cares? It's cheap.
PS3. I have a Switch, but I have a PS3.
Switch is good. PS3 is cheap too. Like,
yeah,
there's fun stuff to collect in that right now for sure.
I don't have the nostalgia of the PS3 like I do for Nintendo or
GameCube or whatever.
What about Atari 2600?
I've thought about it, and
it's actually pretty inexpensive if you do it the right way.
Still,
I think it's gotten past that point where everybody bought all their Atari. The guys that are 10 years older than us, they bought all their Atari, and they're pretty much past it. So it's not everybody buying now; it's just the collectors. So I think it might be something to get back into. And I didn't unload all my Atari stuff. I still have
would you do
100 carts of Atari.
Would you do card only, or would you buy CIBs on something like that?
I'd probably space isn't really an issue anymore. Now we got this big house. I could probably go CIB, but man, that library is so big. I don't know if I want to get into it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think they'd be that much more to go CIB.
Which is true.
Yeah, you're just if you buy it online, you just be patient. If you go to shows, you just be patient and buy it cheap. That's what it is. Like, oddly, you go to any show now and people really don't bring that to shows because it never sold in the past. So you can't actually find it at goddamn shows. I want to go buy 2600 CIBs, nice ones. They're really hard to find.
Yeah.
Like, there was a dude there from that he had a ton of new old stock Atari stuff, like computers and whatnot. That's where I got that XE box, Matt, that I told you to take home with you. But he had like tons of Jaguar, and I was like, man, I just want to buy all this crap because it's common to these guys, right? But I never see Jaguar anywhere. I'm like, I want to start collecting this. It's cool as hell. I mean, I've just been buying 3DO games because they're awesome and inexpensive. There's a set you could do. The most expensive CIB is like Dino Park Tycoon when it comes up for $1,000.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, Jaguar. I think Jaguar would be a cool one to collect for. How many games are for the Jaguar?
I can't.
Rough estimate. 100, 500.
No,
not 500.
No,
it's like 100 and some change. Probably.
I knew it wasn't a big system. I knew it wasn't huge. So
yeah,
I think
that'd be a fun set.
Now we're talking about it. I started Game Boy, the original Game Boy, for a while. I started going there, card only.
Ooh.
Card only is doable. CIB is impossible.
I mean, like at PRGE, Melissa would go through and just find those tubs, Rubbermaid tubs full of card onlys, and she would just buy 40, 50 games at a time for 50 cents $1 a piece.
Yeah,
and we built up a collection there. But I mean, they've changed. It's been 5 years since I've been to a convention. 4 years.
Wow, that'd be nuts to find a Game Boy cart for 50 cents or $1 of any sort.
Even loose, really.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Wow. See, I've been out of it for 4 years. I haven't followed the market. I haven't followed anything.
Oh, really. It's all Wada's fault. You know that, right? Why prices went so high?
Oh, yeah. We blame Wada on everything. Isn't that what we do?
That's it. Yeah, like that's the reason why a Game Boy cart is now $40, not $2.
$2?
No, has nothing to do with inflation or the pandemic. People going crazy buying anything.
Yeah, because actually, that's a funny story. I want to get into pinball, and I said I'm going to buy a pinball machine, and I was looking before the pandemic happened. I was like, $2,000-$3,000 for an '80s pinball machine, something decent, something fun.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, cool. Do a little research, get a little know, because it's a lot of maintenance, it's a lot of work. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and, nobody was doing anything. And now you're not finding a pinball machine for under $8,000 unless it's 1950s and it's broke to hell. So it's like, God, everybody stayed at home and wanted something to do. So video games and pinball must have gone through the roof during that.
They did, man. I could sell disc-only PS1 games during the pandemic. Nothing to do with graded video games, but everything to do with people just wanting to buy shit and do something. I could sell just common games for anywhere from $10 to $15
Disc
all day
only.
long. Yeah,
PS1.
PS1 disc only. Yeah, it was like anything you put it on eBay. It was like old eBay where you put stuff on and it's a goddamn ATM.
Yeah.
So it was easy to sell.
It was nuts. What would be, if you could pick any pinball, like off the top of your head, what's like your
Whirlwind would be a guarantee.
the great
Or was it Funhouse? There was the one with the little Ferris wheel that go around in a circle.
Mhm.
And it had, depending on which version you had, either was it Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan were on the artwork on the back of the on the marquee, like they were in the roller coaster. Those are the two. And I had a lead on a Whirlwind, and it was close. It was within like 45 minutes of me, and it was like $5,000. And I was talking to the guy, and I just didn't pull the trigger, and I regret it. It's been 2 years.
You remind us of a friend that we have named Eric. You kind of bitch out on things. So
yeah.
Yes.
Some of it had to do with because it had the fans on top that were working, which is a great thing. But my basement ceiling is only 7 foot high, and the fans are 7'3". So I'm looking at my ceiling, going, "How am I gonna fucking fit this thing downstairs and put it down where I want to put it?" So I was like, "Oh, here or there." And then by the time I said, "Yeah, I should probably call him back and buy it," he's like, "Oh, I sold it to somebody. Sorry." Went to Iowa City. I was like, "No, that was like an hour and a half drive." It's like, damn it. But it is what it is. Live and learn. And now Whirlwind goes for $8,000 easy with broken fans. So
yeah.
But
was it? I want to say it was Cyclone.
Was it?
I can picture the Ferris wheel, but
was it Cyclone or was it? I don't remember the name of it. Every so often it pops up, and it might have been Cyclone. You might be right.
Because Funhouse was actual Funhouse with the big head and the opening mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. But see, I'm
Fred
obviously
have that?
What?
Does Fred have that at the arcade?
Matt, if you came up, I'm telling you, if you come up to Portland Retro Gaming Expo, especially next year or something like that, you got to come up for the Thursday night event. Everybody who came to that was just blown away. The arcade is everything you can think of that you played as a kid,
bigger?
outside of a couple of games.
I was gonna say, how could it get any bigger? It was already huge. So
No, the arcade that we went to in Hillsboro.
Oh, you're talking a private arcade.
Yeah, we drove out to an arcade.
Shipped in. Okay, you're right. It was Cyclone, Matt. Yep. See, that's how much I don't even look for them anymore because I don't even know the name of the games I want. But I'll take a Jurassic Park if anybody's got a Jurassic Park out there they want to sell.
I'd like to get the Family Guy pinball. That's a pretty cool one.
I've seen that on Facebook Marketplace a couple times. I'm part of some pinball buy sell and trade. So
there was one in town. The guy he had put it in a couple places. The Amusement Unlimited guy that runs all the coin op shit in towns and puts them in bowling alleys. I want to say he had it and it was slightly used. He had two of them and pulled one out. He was selling it for $5,000, but I thought it was a little expensive then. But it's very cool machine. So
obviously, I take a Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers pinball. There's two versions.
Take either one. The Mario World one.
The yellow and the blue.
$10,000. Yeah, the blue.
Yeah,
those are sick.
Those are so hard to find now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no one's gonna let those things go. So
they used to go for like
I don't blame them.
$2 or $3,000, and now they're just impossible to find.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtle pins were pretty cool too, like that. I think there was one that sold on Heritage in the Friedman collection.
Crazy.
Fun times.
I don't need a pinball machine, but I'd take one.
Where are you gonna put it?
Bend over and I'll show you.
There it is. I was waiting. I knew it happened.
You're gonna put a tree that size, Griswold.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her.
Huh.
I gotta come back. I'm coming back next year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you should bring the family.
Yeah,
more fun when you go solo, right? What was that?
No.
It was a Kalowitz where the family didn't come down and we got that hotel room. That was
that nice hotel room, dude.
Yeah, where'd you die? At?
Yeah, good thing they catch all the serial killers up there because we were next. Oh my god.
Was that when you guys went out drinking?
Well, which one?
When
We
didn't
were
we?
drinking.
No, I think I got
Um,
it caught for the floors on one of them, on one of the cowlets.
No, I don't think you were with us on that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it was just Josh and I in the room. Because I drove down. You know what? That might have been 2017. It would have been college because my daughter was born in February, so college would have been that spring. So I
yeah.
drove without him. Melissa didn't want to come
Yep.
down, and I jacked up my back picking up a toy like 2 days prior, so I couldn't stand up or sit down. I couldn't move for like 3 weeks.
It's
Getting
like,
old.
oh my god, never knew I could throw my bag out picking up a Duplo.
Yeah, that's what it was. Literally, I was like, "Son of a bitch!" It was 2 days before the convention. I was so pissed. I
Yeah.
was like, "Damn it!"
Oh, good times. Good
Yeah,
times.
we'll have it again next year. I'll come out by myself. I'll fly out on a Thursday. Come home on a. Well, you guys bail on Sunday.
Yeah, you can fly home Sunday. Once you when you're there Saturday, it's you know.
Yeah, but
I,
I can fly
I
out on.
really, I every year I'm like, I want to go and enjoy the show. I enjoyed it this year. I've enjoyed it every year, but I really just want to go and
Yeah,
enjoy the show and not worry about shit.
time when you're working. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
sick of it, dude.
all those years working, it was fun, but man,
This is the
I'm
first
so tired of doing it.
this is the first year, Josh, I can say that at the end of the show you didn't say I'm never doing this again. I'm quitting video games. You'd say that
You're
every
right.
year.
every
I
year.
just said that I've come to this agreement with myself that I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to get 3 tables so I can get in on early Thursday, walk around, chat with people. But that's it. I'm paying whatever it is for a table or two to get in and walk around. That's not a bad idea, Matt.
Does that mean I got to pay for my own weekend pass? I don't think I ever paid for a pass because you always got me employee passes. So
Well, no, if we get 3 tables, then
Yeah,
we can buy an
three
extra pass, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I'm not. I don't care, dude. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying we always got free passes for working the vendor pass. You always had plenty of those. So
Yeah, and we can figure that out. So
I'm not worried with that. I'm worried about finding an airline ticket out there because I'm gonna have to fly through Denver and then into. If I fly into Eugene, then I could ride up with you.
you could.
Yeah, make it
Mhm.
easy.
They take flight. Do they take bigger flights into Eugene now?
It'd probably be cheaper actually to fly to Portland, though.
Portland. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
Well, I'm sure Denver. Yeah, Denver to Portland. Yeah, I could fly from our airport to Denver because they have direct
But
flight.
yeah, I mean, you can fly to either one. But I'm just saying that flying from Denver to Portland is usually cheaper than flying from Denver to Eugene.
Yeah, they don't have a direct flight from Eugene. Doesn't have a direct flight out to Denver. You don't think?
No, they do, but it's
Oh.
just cheaper to do it
Yeah.
to Portland.
It'd be worth it if I got spending it with you, buddy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So.
I like that.
Yeah, depends what the wife and kids think.
Then you can ride the NES machine up to the gaming expo.
We could.
It's my license plate, Matt. Did you see that? Did I show you that?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we're showing the license plate.
The license plate is NES.
Is it? Did you see what I did to my
Yeah.
two Jeeps when I got here?
No,
The license plates I did
you
on
made them
mine?
into Jurassic
Well,
Park Jeeps.
No, I'm going to though. The wife wants me to, and she wants to get what are the little teardrop campers that goes behind it and make it like a T-Rex. So a T-Rex is chasing the Jurassic Park Jeep. That's her idea.
That's awesome.
How cool would that be? You're cruising down the interstate and you see this camper, a little Jeep pulling a camper, and it's a T-Rex trying to eat the Jeep that's pulling it.
That's a
That'd
good
be
idea.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if anybody steals that shit, I thought of it first.
And you said it here.
The wife thought of it first, so not me.
Yeah.
No, I went to trade in the yellow Wrangler that I have, and they offered me like $2,000 for it. So I said, "Screw you!" And so we have 3 cars, and I put Benny on the Grand Cherokee we bought, and then I put Hana on the Jeep Wrangler. So when they're parked side by side, they say Bennihana on them. Yeah, it's pretty epic.
On the license. Look at you.
On the license plates, yeah.
You're a clever man.
People are like, "Why do you have a girl's name on your license plate?" I was like, "Don't ask. I didn't think about that one." I drive the yellow Jeep around, it says Hannah, and they're like, "I don't get it." I was like, "Yeah, I'm a girl.
Yeah,
It's okay."
You shouldn't.
My girl.
You're like, I'm painting it white and writing Barbie on the side soon, so don't worry.
Michelle's gonna drive it when she gets into high school, and then you know what?
Turn it into a Barbie Jeep. There you go.
Everyone's gonna ask why her name is Michelle, but her license plate says Hannah on it. Everyone's gonna ask her, and she's gonna have to deal with it. Tough shit. So,
That's
but
great.
anyway, yeah. What did you just do? NES? You didn't put a number after it?
Oh, why would I put a number after it?
1985 after it.
Oh, that would have been a good idea.
Oh, look at you.
No, but I'm leaving the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, taking like loads out to the truck, and Albert from Atari Age pulls up in his Tesla that he drove up there, right from
Yeah.
Texas or whatever,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Hey, nice license plate," and he pulls away, and I look at it, it says Atari. I'm like, "Yeah, there you go."
That's awesome.
Yeah, wasn't the only one thinking to do a vanity plate. I mean, it's a good idea. Atari in Oregon is available if anybody wants it.
Oh, you got to pay Josh for it though. He's got
SNES is available too. I thought of going to register all three of them. So
just take them and put them on all three cars. Do you still have the what is it? A BMW in the garage that has
a huge leak? No, I got rid of it.
Oh, did you get rid of the BMW? Okay.
Yeah.
That was part of the.
I was thinking of getting a Jeep, actually, Matt.
I don't regret it. I got three of them
just to have. My kid's obsessed with cars, so we might get a Jeep. But my dad found an old Jeep pickup truck, like a big one.
Oh yeah,
so we might do that instead.
Jeeps are fun.
Yeah, top down, doors off. We cruise all the time in them. We have our little town does a thing called Cruise the Loop, where back in the 50s, 60s, all the way into the 90s when I was in high school, the kids in town would just drive in a loop, in a circle, back and forth at Friday nights, Saturday nights. And now they're doing it again as a car show type thing. And we take the top down, doors off, and we cruise the loop in it. And the daughter sits in the back and sings over the PA system and yells at people as we drive by. You know, she has
awesome.
It's fun. They're fun. They're no joke. So
yeah, my father-in-law, he's got a Wrangler, so it's enjoyable, and especially in summer, man. Laura, my wife, she had when I met her, that was it. Yeah. She had a white Jeep.
That's what sold you, right? Right then, you knew she was the one.
No, actually, she drove a Sterling before that. If anybody knows what a Sterling is, kind of a pile. But then she got rid of it and got a 1987 Jeep Wrangler. Wow. It was all jacked up. So and in college, she was parked at where she lived on campus. I don't know what year it was. I think she was a junior. And I had driven down with my friends to Classic Gaming Expo in a minivan, and we were pretty wasted, and we were walking back to the hotel room, and she calls me and she's like, "Hey, I know you're not here, but did you play a joke on me? Did you steal my doors off my Jeep?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "I can't get a hold of my dad. I think maybe it was my brother or him, and they came and took the doors off the Jeep." I'm like, it's like 11 o'clock at night. Are you sure somebody just didn't steal the doors off your Jeep? And come to find out somebody stole the doors off your Jeep.
That's awesome.
Well, they were like, the big ass full doors, the expensive ass doors. Well,
that's what I have.
And any type of key works in that goddamn ignition. I tell you what. And they just open it up, took the doors right off.
Well, yeah, right off. You don't even have to open it up. I mean, if the doors weren't locked, it's two nuts you pull off and just pop them off. Yeah. Yep.
Easy the doors, and then so then she had a permit to park on the road, but they had parking spots. So she eventually got a parking spot by her house, where it was, and the spot was like really close to her window. And like 2 months later, somebody came back and stole the whole damn Jeep.
Oh Jesus!
Put it in neutral, popped it in the middle of the night, and rolled it down the alley.
Well, they already had the doors, so they might as well get the rest of it. So
yeah,
that's the way.
He's like, somebody stole my car.
That's funny.
Love rolling her.
Yeah, I remember that was a cool car, man. Jeeps are fun.
Yeah. Hey, we're supposed to be talking about video games. Did you guys find anything? I want to see some finds.
Did you bring any wins, Matt? Anything?
Let's see it.
Yeah. He got
Somebody's
a beer.
Gonna do it, I'm not.
He got a beer and he got free hour and a half to talk about stuff. That's a win for Matt.
I got some stuff from Portland Retro.
Yeah,
let's see what you got.
Let's go.
Matt, have you seen these things? I showed this to Josh earlier. I thought this was pretty cool. So they had a booth. They were selling these for $50 a piece. And
what that is.
Basically, it's like a group of people that make these little sprite games. And so this thing is literally the size of a credit card. No joke. Not much thicker either. And I was sitting there playing it at the booth, and I was like, "This is awesome!" And for $50, and so you could just plug it into your computer, and you can go and make sprite games and put it on here, or be part of the community and download different. I just thought it was cool.
That's cool.
And just to give them a plug, it's adruboy.com. It's out of Portland.
Huh.
Whoever did it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's really cool, Matt.
What are the controls? Are they buttons or are they touch
Yeah,
screen?
it's set up just like a Game Boy. So exactly what you see here.
But it is actually physical buttons then.
Yeah. No, it's got
Okay.
actual raised physical buttons, but it's just
Okay.
super, super thin. It's crazy.
Is it too small for your hand? Or is it pretty good?
Like a goddamn Game Boy Micro.
No,
I know.
I was able to use it. I
Okay.
didn't think about that. I thought it was cool, and I was like, you know what? I'll buy one. That's cool. Good salesman. So
Yeah. I was gonna say you're taller than I am, so you got bigger hands than I do. So I figured if you could hold it, I can hold it.
big hands, big feet. You know what that
Are you sure he has bigger hands than you, Matt?
You wear big gloves and big shoes. I mean,
There's a big truck, so you know what that means.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
compensating for
Whoa,
something.
got me there.
Oh yeah.
Got me there.
Got me there. Yeah, and then Josh and I both, Corey had some amazing,
Oh yeah.
they must have bought out an old video store. They had all these amazing displays. Josh got a bunch of badass displays. But they had this Voltron one. It's like a little stand, it folds up and
That's cool.
top, and I had to buy it just because it was
Some guy beat us to him though. Mike Nathan. Nice guy.
Oh my gosh.
Love that guy.
Corey usually has lots of good stuff. So
Yeah, this is like some of the best stuff he's ever had though. And Mike Nathan, like stuff that I would have just bought. Mike Nathan ended up getting like Back to the Future. Drove all the way from Florida, so kudos to him. He got Ghostbusters, some other really great displays
man.
that I would have just
Nice.
absolutely paid whatever for.
G.I. Joe
I
Transformers.
my two big displays I left in my storage unit. It's RoboCop and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I got those two, and then Matt's still showing. What did you get here, Matt?
Josh missed this one now. So this is the full break-in.
Oh yeah.
Display. It has the break-in poster in here, and then
that's awesome.
it also has like another break-in like fold-out poster, like a wide poster, and then like the dangly thing where they used to have them in the stores. You know, the little.
You got that from Corey too?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's some of the coolest stuff, man. But I'm going to show the one that I got because Matt missed it, and he's saying I missed breaking, but he missed.
Oh no, who's slipping? I see what it is.
He went up to me when he went back. That son of a bitch.
The large Karate Kid video display box that would hang from the ceiling.
Yep.
Look at that sucker, man.
No sun fade either. Looks pretty
no,
good.
it's like it looks like it was used maybe once. It's got the hole in the top, but
yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Yep. Sorry, Matt.
No, it's all good. I came back and trash talked you, and then you went up to me again. So it was all fair.
Yeah, and I got a short circuit display hanging thing for $20 too.
Did you really? Nice.
Yeah, it's out in the other room, but yeah, that was awesome. Video store life, man. I love that stuff.
I don't remember where I got it. I did get since we have to talk about Halo. I did get a Halo 4.
Fuck.
Sealed?
What's that? It's actually audio.
It's just audio. Okay.
It's actually one of the harder ones to get, which is funny. Josh and I laugh about it all the time.
Yeah, Halo 4 sucks, but the soundtrack is rare because it was produced by a different or published by a different record label than the other ones.
Yeah, so it's hard to find.
Because the game sucks so much, nobody wanted to pick it up.
That's that's not.
It's not wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
What else did you get, Matt? Is that it?
I'll throw one more in here just because, for the VHS lovers out there.
Oh yeah, get that VHS. I
Um,
got VHS for you, Josh. I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
I know you sent me some photos, and it was like all my favorite Disney stuff in the world
I got
that I
two
really
more.
don't need, but I can't say no.
So it's not just Airborne. It's I actually got the preview.
Oh, you got a preview tape of that?
Yeah,
That
of
movie's
Airborne.
ridiculous. That is such a cheesy movie, Matt.
I love it.
It is so good. I remember my friend Brandon Geen. we rented that from the Safeways in Eugene, and we watched that, and then we were like hooked on rollerblade movies. And then we ended up getting, what's the Prayer of the Roller Boys? Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's like an action one. It's nothing like Airborne, but it's totally violent and cool. But Airborne's really good. That's some dumb early '90s shit right there. I love it.
No, don't really.
Then I'll throw one more in since we're talking about it. And I did get my Halo 4 98A Plus from Heritage. I don't remember if I showed it on here or not, but
Matt,
Yeah.
I actually got one too, and I listed it on eBay because I don't want garbage in my home. So.
Shots fired. Damn. That's messed up, man.
that's fine.
What
Aaron,
else did I get?
I'm gonna say I'm trying to think of what have I gotten since I've been back here. My brother gave me the NES Lego set, TV set, that super expensive one.
Yeah, that one's expensive.
Yeah, he built that and handed it over to me because he was cleaning out his Lego collection. So I got that.
The Atari one's awesome. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. I almost bought that one too. We were up in Chicago.
It was at Target the other day, and I thought about buying it. I'm like, I don't need this shit. But
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like, I can't, and it's $300. It's like I can't spend that kind of money.
Oh,
Not on Lego. I'm not a Lego collector.
300.
At least, yeah. I think if not more. I don't know.
I remember the Mario was 250 a pop.
Yeah.
all right,
got
here's what
like 4 Wii's from friends. They keep giving me their Wii shit. Tons of it. Grand Theft
I
Auto.
bought this guy for Matt. Well, I didn't buy it. It was part of the collection that Matt and I got. It's a sealed copy on Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC.
PC, yeah.
One of the greatest video games ever made. So I just had to keep it because I didn't have one. I picked up a sealed copy of Snow Job for the 3DO.
Okay.
Awesome.
Really a hard to find game, actually. CIB copies are like $300. I think I paid $400. I paid like $600 for it. And then a first release of Need for Speed on the 3DO.
Oh,
This is
Wow.
the very first console it was on. Very rare sealed. And it's really nice. It's got some corner pokes, but I had to buy it. I've been looking for one of those sealed. So
wow.
and a super important game and franchise. And this is the very first place it premiered was a 3DO. So
That was
not
at
PC,
PRG?
not PlayStation 1. 3DO is where that came out first.
You found that at PRGE though, or did you find that?
No, I got that off eBay.
Okay. I was like, geez, you found that at PRGE? I was like, geez. No.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I got that from some dude that lived in Portland who was listing 3DO shit on eBay. So,
Did you buy his whole collection?
No, I didn't. I'm not rich, Pat.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Okay. If you say so.
Definitely not. I'm game rich, and
Who is rich though? That's the thing. Nobody. Bill Gates, you know.
Bill Gates, yeah.
Donald Trump, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
Some random
He's
football.
bankrupt all the time.
Yeah.
Some random football thing.
I don't know.
We're
Go
pro-
sports. What can I say?
We're probably all rich if we
Right.
were to fly over to Africa.
Oh yeah. Well, like you said, video game rich. I've thought about selling the Steam events multiple times, but I don't know how I would ever get it done, and 2, do I want to pay taxes on that much? I was like, geez, I don't know. It's like
You just grow a pair and you do it. That's what you do.
I know, but then I wouldn't have a complete set. So
Then just sell it for cash. I don't know.
I need to sell it to you for cash. That's what I need to do. You got to come out here and get it though. That's the problem.
50%.
I don't know.
All right, you pay the taxes then.
Then you
Oh,
can get the
yeah.
paint job on the trailer and the Jeep.
Yeah. Well, I got to buy the trailer. The camper we have now isn't a teardrop. It's just a regular pop up. So we got to trade that in and buy a new camper. So, but it is what it is.
So no wins in the last 6 years. Anything?
No, you got a kid, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got stuff at PRGE, but like I said, I got rid of a lot of it because of the move. Dude, we barely were under our weight limit. Like we were talking like 40 pounds under what we were allowed. Otherwise, you have to start paying by the pound. So
Wow.
it was close. And I gave how much PS2 and Xbox stuff did I give you, Josh? It was
a lot.
one. I brought a ton.
Brought
of
it down in diaper boxes. I remember.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to move this. You can have it, you know. But
I do remember that.
I mean, yeah, a lot. My friends, you know, they all give me their Nintendo shit or their video game shit, but it's all literally Wii's. I've got 4 or 5 Wii's since I moved back. Everyone just keeps handing them to me, and then
It's a good system to collect, actually.
yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, I got a bunch of games. There's a bunch of games laying on the floor here I haven't sorted through, so probably 50, 60 games that, and it's all free stuff. I don't ever ask for it. They're just handing it to me because they want it out of their house, and then one NES console that is broken that I've had for about a year. I'm supposed to fix, and I haven't got around to it. So that's and other little stuff like a Wii balance board. I got like 4 Wii balance boards now because people keep giving them to me.
Dude, that is such an underrated accessory in game. Wii
The
Fit.
daughter, the 6-year-old plays it all the time.
Dude, Wii Fit is so good. I don't think I've given that game any credit ever because the downhill skiing, the soccer ball game in it, they are as good as any of the Wii Sports games, if not better. They are so fun.
Yeah. She does the ski jump and the soccer one because I won't let her hold the remote because I don't want it going to the TV.
The soccer one where you have to head the soccer ball?
That's
Dude,
what she does. She stands there and plays those for an hour, and I'm like, all right.
I don't think people realize that there are games on that thing. It's not just get a Wii Fit and work out. It's play these balance games.
Yeah.
Yeah, downhill skiing, when that first came out, or maybe a year or two after it came out, I was like always tracking the Twin Galaxy scores on that.
Oh, yeah.
Downhill skiing, and I was like trying to beat them, and then I was going to start recording it. I just thought it was awesome.
I liked it better than what was the game? What was the 360 had the camera on it, and there was one
the
game.
Kinect?
The Kinect. There was one like Kinect Adventures or something like that. Had a game that was like soccer, but I didn't like it as much as like the Wii Fit one. The Wii Fit one.
Wii Fit soccer's good.
Yeah.
It's all. I mean, it's just your body. You're leaning.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know. My plug for game of the month is Wii Fit.
Wii Fit.
It's cheap. Everybody has a Wii sitting in their closet. Get the accessory, play it. Matt has one. You could buy one from him.
If you need a Wii Fit board, you pay shipping, and I'll send it your way. That's pretty much guaranteed. Yep. I don't want it. So,
and if you don't have a game, I got a disc only. I'll send to you. We'll make this happen because it's a very good video game. Nintendo screwed that whole thing up. They marketed it as a workout accessory when it should have been a gaming accessory.
It should have been a gaming accessory. Yeah, they tried to get
because it's cool as shit.
They tried to get the moms in the yoga pants to play video games, and that was a mistake.
I think it worked for a little bit, but realistically,
it did.
That the gaming of that thing, like as an accessory or controller, it's fantastic, and it works. It's responsive and good.
It's very responsive. Yeah.
So you're saying the actual Wii Fit board acts as a controller?
It is a controller. Yeah.
One, Matt? I'll send you one.
No, I've got 2 of them or 3 of them. I don't need more.
Yeah, it's so responsive. It's more responsive than my wife. It's amazing.
Whoa. That's true though. I mean, same with me. But honestly, yeah, Melissa, she played it and she got it for the exercise portion of it. And then she got bored with it and didn't use the Wii Fit anymore. And that's when we started selling all the stupid exercise accessories for it. They'd be sitting in the 50-cent bin at the conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, when you start playing the games on the Wii Fit board, even like Raving Rabbids or whatever has it, where you sit on it on your ass,
it's fun.
and you have to go sledding down the hill and shit. Yeah, it's a good peripheral, that's for sure.
Yeah, underrated.
Definitely. All right, so Fit is the plug of the month.
Plug of the month.
I have no idea.
It's the Rolling Rockers grandchild. You got to remember that.
Let's pour one out for the Rolling Rocker, man. Damn.
I got one complete in box right there. You want me to pull it out and show it to you? I'm talking about the Rolling Rocker, not anything else.
Yeah, do that. Than that.
The family shit, right?
I wonder if half our listeners even know what a Rolling Rocker is.
Here, I got it right here. I don't have to go far. I don't have to go far, man. It's all in one area. It's basically a Wii Fit board for the NES.
That is awesome.
But you have to wear high tops when you use it.
Oh, and they got to have different color laces too.
Yeah, that was the
LA Gears.
Yeah, you know what? That is a quintessential LJN product right there. That's just a piece of shit item right there. Yep.
What are you talking about?
Guys,
I
Matt's
did
favorite
Contra
color
with
on.
this thing. You can't play Contra with this? Oh, yeah. I definitely no deathed it with this.
Have you no death Contra with the U-Force?
No, I sold my U-Force. Another regret in life. Who
Do you
did I
need
sell
one?
my U-Force to? I sold it to somebody on Nintendoage because I had all the retro USB U-Force games.
Mm-hmm.
He put out what, 3 or 4 games for it?
No, the U-Force Power games. Yeah.
The U-Force Power games. Yeah, was it? It was all in one card or something like that.
Yep.
And the guy was going to give me for like the U-Force. It was in box. It wasn't the system was complete, but I was missing the paperwork and some of the cardboard inside the box. But I had the box, system complete, and I had the game. And he gave me like something like $300 for it. And we're talking 10, 15 years ago. You know, I was like, yeah, I'll sell that to you. I don't play the U-Force. And now I'm missing a retro USB game that you can't ever get. So I was like,
dude, that's the funny thing. Like the reproduction games that weren't homebrews are like the hardest retro USB games to get.
yeah.
Bobby's World for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what all that stuff is up in that little cubby up there is all retro USB and K-Hand stuff. So
I sold my Campus Challenge. I had a gold one.
yeah, I got the Campus Challenge and the World Championship in the box. But
I sold those.
How many NWCs do we have because of Brian? Every time there was one at PRT, he gave us another one. I mean, I got like 6 of them up there.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
That's right, because we used to have the little competitions at our booth.
Yeah,
those are the coolest ones, man.
We'd have the tournaments every time, and then
I think we only did 4.
Did we only do 4?
Yep.
You sure? Because I might have more than 4 carts.
No, we only did 4.
I have them packed away somewhere.
Oh, they're individually numbered and labeled too.
Yep.
Because it has waffle foot on it.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that. That was what?
Did you always get number 11?
I always got number 11, yeah, of everything.
I got number 7 on those.
Oh, I got number 10 on this one. He must not have made 11. 16, 15, 16, 17, and I'm guessing 18. Yeah.
Matt, do you remember the year I left him at my house? And you had to drive down to Canby and meet my parents?
Oh my God. Oh, I did. That's
yeah,
right.
Matt did that.
That's right. I met your dad. And I was like, hi, Mr. Byerly.
I need 3 carts or whatever so we can have a turn.
He had a big old Ford crew cab, I think, is what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Lucked out. We wouldn't have had those cartridges that year.
Yeah,
God, that would have been a shit show if we didn't have that. Remember the year we were doing the what was that Sega Genesis game that we forgot? I forgot to bring Sonic 3 or whatever, or
Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3 attachment.
Yeah, I forgot to bring one of the carts down. We had to run around the convention trying to find.
You remember? And then we did Super Cobra on 2600, and that dude was like a bitch that participated. It wasn't a bitch, but he acted like one. And I didn't know him, but it was just. He's like, "What are the rules?" I'm like, "I don't know what the rules are. High score. How many times can I play? As many as you want, dude.
Get in line." That was like, oh, who was the guy? Melissa loved him. He was so nice, but he played the game over and over. And he was horrible at it. It was like one of the NWC competitions, and she kept
the NWC one. We should bring back. Actually, I think that was effective.
Yeah. And it's quick. It's like what? We had to set up for the 3 minutes and 21 seconds or whatever it takes. Or
maybe that's what we do on the 3 tables next year.
NWC event, and that's it.
Just NWC and don't sell anything?
Yeah.
That means you got to get Brian to make another cart.
Yeah. I'll make him come and he can sell his AVS systems this year.
Dude, what you and him do on your own time is your own business. I don't want to know.
Oh my God.
You said it, not me.
Wow.
What? I'm just saying.
You're like my favorite human in the world.
You can come on the show anytime. Wait.
Whoa. I was ready to come as long as you clean it up. Okay? That's all I'm saying. See, you can tell we've been friends for too long because it takes nothing to finish it.
I'm so happy you came on our show today.
It happens.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Matt. I'm excited for you to get reinvigorated to do video game shit. And there's good new people that we've met along the way. And there are also really shitty people we've met along the way through all this. So, and that will always continue to be the thing, but we will always just try to be positive and shit talk these other people behind their back. So
Openly on the internet, yeah.
There's a lot more. There's a lot of great friends we've made, new collectors that are just awesome people, and like just give you a whole new perspective on collecting because they're coming from a completely different angle. It's absolutely fantastic to see. It's fun.
And it's not about graded games is part of it, right? But it's about introducing people to that this is a hobby.
Yeah.
Showing people that you can collect anyway. You don't have to spend $40,000 on a game. You can if you want. I'm not going to judge you for it, but you can go out and like Brandon is a good dude. He collects high-end grade sealed games, but he's been like going and collecting NES manuals. Like he's found like a nice niche item to collect in his spare time. That's a fun thing to do. You have different goals. You put yourself out there and you do things that other people don't do, and it makes it fun. So like you can collect free shit if you want. Go to GameStop and ask them for their inserts. There's no wrong way to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's what's cool about it is like you guys obviously collect at a different level than I do. More stuff, maybe higher quality. You got a bunch of great stuff where I don't even do CIBs, but we're all still good friends. We still have fun together because we have a common interest, even though it's not, I don't know jack about a CIB WADA graded 9.8 A++, -1, whatever you guys call it.
You don't ever have to
Hey,
know
let's
either.
play some Contra or NWC and we all sit down and have a blast,
Yeah, and you don't ever have to know. That's the thing. Like, I think there's so much negativity amongst people, and they do all this shit for clicks. They look for trigger things that get people riled up, and they get upset for other reasons because in reality they just hate their own reality. They hate their jobs and they hate their lives, and so they want to get mad at the world. And so when somebody is there to be a leader for that, they rally around it. I mean, it's not far removed from what Hitler did. So let's be real. Let's just be nice people to people.
Dude, and that's what, I don't know. I mean, Nintendoage did all that to us. I mean, we'll bring it right back around. Nintendoage is what we all met on. That's what we all came together on. And without that, the number of friends I wouldn't have if Dane hadn't started it and done his thing. We wouldn't, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys tonight. Would you guys be chatting together, having a podcast if Nintendoage
wasn't? I wouldn't have met Matt.
No.
I mean, I might have met you at a convention, but I wouldn't have come working for you. I wouldn't have been down. The wives wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't have hung out like we did. There's no way. So it's one of those things where you find your community and you find your friends. And now we live 3,000 miles apart, but we're still friends. Who cares, Yeah, we may not get to see each other but once every 5 years, but when we do, we'll make it worth our while. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Amagon. We're gonna play through all 4 levels. So
all 4 levels of Amagon, or was it Palamedes or what was it?
Yeah. You donated the copy that was on Nintendoage, I think.
No, I did not. I had nothing to do with that. That was long before I became a moderator. You guys had that shit going long before I showed up.
Ooh.
I have a copy. I've been wanting to bring that up for a while, but I was like, I'm not going there. So.
Nah, you don't need to. Matt, you're very fortunate you were never a moderator on Nintendoage. Matt Rose.
I remember Braveheart was nagging me for like a year or so. Just, you need to be a mod. You need to be a mod. I was like, I didn't feel like I could give enough time to that. But now I look back, I'm like,
yeah, even if you wouldn't have given enough time, you would have been demoted by somebody.
By Josh, then we wouldn't be friends.
No.
I'm just making a really...
I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Thanks, Matt.
I feel you. I smell what you stepped in.
Matt would have kicked me out. Is that what you're saying?
No. I would not have. I would.
Another moderator.
Oh, another moderator. Well, yeah, or an administrator, obviously.
Oh, that was pretty. You narrowed it down real quick there, buddy.
No, there's plenty of them. We all know that. It was a good time. It was busy, that's for sure. And I remember
it was a good time, but then the moderation became like it was childish to the point of over moderation.
Yeah.
For no reason. And I did not subscribe to that notion. And I was like, I'm not. They're like, you need to run the Hall of Shame this month. I'm like, fuck off. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I know who sucks and who doesn't. If you want to have this Hall of Shame thing, go for it. And then they got rid of it altogether. Yeah. Like, I was like, cool, it's great. There's shitty people out there. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Don't deal with them. But
talk to the other people online. Find out what.
Yeah. When it came to the admin side, like, it's your turn to do this. I'm like, no, it's not. Have someone else do it. It got to a point where I was like, I'm done doing this shit. I'm not doing it.
The Hall of Shame. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I totally regret now that it's gone is the Sharp NES listing that I started, and I ran that for what 10 years. I had that list of all the Sharp NES TVs.
Yeah, I think it exists. It got reposted on Video Game Sage.
Oh, is it? Okay, because there's a Facebook page.
But we could repost it on Nintendoage.net, Matt.
We could, and I am a moderator there. I will plug that one.
Are you a moderator at our website?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I haven't been on there
3 years ago. I've been on there in the past week. Where have you been? It's
Are there people on there?
I go and clean. I clean out. I clean out spam. There's some spam people like that sign up, and I have to clean them out.
That's all I do is go on there and be like, "Yep, you obviously aren't real," and just delete all that shit. But
there's about 80 or so people though that have signed up, and they're just sitting there. I mean, nobody posts anything, so
it's hard.
We pay the hosting every year. I mean, it's
and that's the thing is with all the
we have that website. We don't own the name Nintendo. Nobody does. Jeff Meyer doesn't own the name Nintendo. We just put a domain up that says .net, not .com.
.net, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that the thread's still running on Video Games Age, and I know there's Facebook that I gave all that stuff over to them, and there's a guy on the Facebook that I gave all the info I had, all the stuff saved on my computer and everything, and they're still keeping it up because I still have my Sharp TV. But you ship yours yet?
No, it's sitting in my garage. What's that?
Have fun with that, you know.
Yeah, Peter's gonna love it.
All I'm saying, good piece of plywood, and you'll be okay.
Yeah,
build those solid foam blocks around each leg. You know the hard foam where you can kind of carve it out and then stick those on each leg, so then it really can't ever get to it, and then do plywood.
I like Matt's idea that he gave me. The pieces of plywood, strap it down, flip it upside down, pillow, put it on a pallet. That's what we're gonna do, I think.
The way I ship mine, in case anybody out there, do we have time to talk about this?
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick.
Okay.
You need to send a Sharp NES TV. If you don't know what that is, you're not a video game collector, and you should probably stop listening to our podcast.
Yeah, in case you happen to have one of the hardest find TVs out there. But if you have one and if you do have one and it has all 4 feet, then you're up shit creek because shipping them's a pain. But yeah, the way I had mine packed for the movers, I got myself a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, cut it to about an inch wider than the base of it, and I sat it on there, and then I cargo strapped it down so that it couldn't slide or move around. And then I, put pillows on the glass so the glass wouldn't get damaged, basically pillows and blankets. And by the time I was done with it, it was like a 4-foot contraption of nothing but foam. But the key was that plywood so the feet wouldn't bend. You couldn't get the feet to bend when it was moving. And then somebody, and I don't know, it was Nintendoage ended before I moved, I think, wasn't it? When did Dane shut it down?
2019.
19.
2018.
18.
No, 2018.
18.
Okay. 18 or 19. Somebody had told me, or maybe it was on the Facebook page or something. They said when they sit on the feet and they move, the weight of the tube TV will break the motherboard inside of it on the bottom half. So always flip it upside down. So I ended up flipping it upside down with another piece of plywood, obviously, on the top. So it was sandwiched between two and all padded and shit. And then the arcades went on top of it, and it made it just fine. Professional movers, I watched them roll it into the truck and put it on top of the couch or whatever, and it made it from Washington to Illinois. Unpacked it here, and you couldn't even tell that they moved it. It's golden.
Yeah.
No cracks, no damage.
Yeah, I explained what I was gonna do. That I was gonna pack it that way for Peter, and he goes, "That sounds good. Not if it's too much trouble." I'm like, "Well, it's at my house, so I got to figure this out."
Yeah, I'm worried about how much it's going to cost you to ship it because it weighs.
That's his problem. We're gonna do LTL. We're gonna put it on a pallet, LTL it.
It's probably good 30 pounds, 20 pounds. It's not light.
At least I think it's a 50-pounder.
You think?
Yeah, it's probably 50 pounds.
That's what she said, but
yeah, she's just used to picking it up at this point.
Is she though? I don't know. Not quite.
You're talking about your mother, I thought.
Your mom is, but yeah, the Sharp TV that's probably, you know what? Talk about all the stuff that I have. I like that the most because I found it not in the wild, but it was at a games store down in Olympia.
Yeah, I'm
So
really hopeful that Peter just finds one in North Carolina. And he's like, Josh, you could just have that one.
just keep it. It was all 4 feet.
Yeah.
How many
I
controllers?
know, I wanted it, but then there was this prototype Super Nintendo that came up in the auction. I didn't know was going to be there, and I ended up buying that instead and wasting all my money there. So I was out on the Sharp TV, but I think I probably would have bought it because I was like, it was a great opportunity to buy one. Had all 4 legs. Only thing missing on it had 2 controllers. Only thing missing on it was the door for
Oh,
the
the door.
yeah,
What about the
but
remote?
it didn't have the remote.
I still need to find the back to my remote. I have the
But
remote.
I mean, pieces that realistically you could find. Whereas if you have broken legs, you
Yeah.
can't fix that.
They're 3D
Well,
printing them, but they still
It's
aren't-
just not
they're not the same. They're not
not the
original.
same. Right.
But
It's like putting new parts on an old Cadillac Eldorado. You just don't fucking do it.
still a Cadillac Eldorado though.
Yeah,
But
but it's not. Anyways,
Yeah, we're glad you came on the show. I mean, we were going to have Dan Kaplan again, but
you participated on the show, Matt. He did not come on the show.
there it is.
but
Early. Night's young. We'll hit stop on the record button. We'll see what happens.
but Dan Kaplan couldn't come on the show because we've just had him last 3 weeks.
3 episodes. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm amazed nobody said anything in the comments, Matt.
Yeah, 78, 79, and 80. It's weird. Nobody said anything. We finally have him on, and
We had a 3-part miniseries with Kaplan, and
yeah,
he came on
You
the
had a
show.
three-way with Kaplan?
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, three-way.
We even have a gift for him, and
Yep.
Oh shit! I didn't get a gift. Well,
well, not yet.
I'm sending you Amagon. Don't worry.
I'll go through as soon as we get off. I'll go through and figure out what the other one is, and I'll send you
Yeah.
a text.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's why I
good.
was asking.
But
Yep.
I'll be happy to come on anytime you want. I don't have much to share collector wise, but maybe I'll start again so I have a reason to be back.
Well, I think it'd be good to have you back on because we can tell really good jokes on here with you, and we can also talk about maybe some of the homebrew scene that you were involved with,
Oh, yeah.
which would be
let's
cool
do
to plug. I love that Kevin's still making games.
Yes, he
I
did.
I downloaded the NES Escape Room, or I don't know what if it's called.
Yeah.
Is it NES Escape?
NES Escape or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded that
Oh,
on
that was
this
smart.
on the Switch, and
Yep.
I thought that was awesome that it was I could play it on the Switch. So
Yeah.
and
That is
I think
awesome.
it'd be cool if you came on and talked about your involvement with that over the years. That'd be really
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Because that was another great friend that I met from Nintendoage. I mean,
Yeah.
I worked for him for God, how many years? 5, 6, 7 years. Him and
Mhm.
Brian just making homebrews, and I didn't do any of the hard work. He did all the hard work. I just got the fun of playing the games, or
Yeah.
the non-fun if you got to play ET for 500 man hours. That's
Or the incident, wasn't that a good one?
the incident was amazing. Oh man,
Yeah.
I still play that game to this day. I mean, on the Power Pack.
Study Hall's amazing too.
Study Hall's great. I do love Study Hall, but all of his games are great. I mean, Larry was a great game, and that was the way
Sneak and Peek.
Hmm?
Dude, him taking 2600 shit and putting it on there. What about Chumley? You got that?
I don't think so. No, I
Chumley,
don't.
the kung fu homebrew.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't get that one. I think
Oh.
that was after my time. So
He worked on it. I think he did it actually.
did he? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the last game I worked on. Was the fishing derby combo cart or
Hmm.
the incident, Larry? I mean, I got all. Oh no, Scramble. I did Scramble. We'll talk about it next time. Let's not tie it
Speaking
up.
of Scramble, I need to get a hold of him because I got like a stack of boxes that were misprints that I should
Yes.
have seen him.
Yeah, just send them. But for those of you who don't know, next time we talk Kahan Games, is it .com or .org or go to their Facebook page. I'll hit you there.
.69. That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm still on his Kahan Games Facebook page still. He still has me running it, so don't yell at me when I don't respond to your messages because I don't. But
You got 400 new people who want to join the group. Should you approve him?
he does a lot. He does a lot on it still.
Okay,
obviously.
good.
Yeah. If you want to talk about that, we could talk about homebrews and the work we did and how great it was.
That'd be fun.
We could do, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, Brian. Have you had Brian on yet? I don't think I.
I don't know if he'll come on.
Well, we can make them come anywhere. Just give me the right motivation.
Dude. I gotta go. It's time for dinner.
It's time for dinner. Yeah, it's past my daughter's bedtime, so I gotta go up and say goodnight. And
Okay.
some of us have to go to work in the morning. I don't know about you guys.
I have to do something like that, but
I go to a place that they pay me to be there. We'll see if I actually do any work.
okay. Well, you can also take a shit while you're at work, so
Oh yeah, boss makes a buck, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time. That's true. Or you can get sitting on the shitter and you just think about it, you're getting paid to poop. Getting paid to poop.
Well, that's fair. All right. Well,
work from home.
so if you guys missed the Kaplan episode, you need to go check it out. So
Yeah, we didn't even get to reading comments.
yeah, and
Oh,
we're gonna have to read them next time.
No, it's okay. We'll read them next time.
It's been so long since I've seen you
Oh,
guys.
what? Yeah, we'll have to see what the comments are because we hadn't had any comments on the last couple episodes, so we're a little disappointed in our fan base and their lack of support. So
For the last 3 episodes.
yeah, the only ones that actually care seem to be Brandon, and that's about it because he actually came out to Portland, hung out with us. Really cool to meet Brandon. Really kind of a lame move from Mr. Eric not to show up, but I understand
Eric
moving is a
Portland?
big deal. So
Wow.
what can you do?
We'll talk
All
about
right.
that. We didn't talk about my part-time job in the video game industry either when I used to work at Plane Trade, so we can do
We
that
have
next.
to have you back.
Yeah,
Part 2.
Okay.
there's always
No.
time. There's always room. Just let me know, man. I'm any Wednesday night I'm available.
That's perfect because that's when
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is.
She's
So
available.
Well,
that's great. So
thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you for making the time, and obviously great to see you again, even though it's through a camera.
better than not seeing you at all. That's what I always.
Oh,
You'll have to have Melissa pop in and make a cameo next time
Yeah.
too.
I thought she was going to come down. I could have swore her and Michelle would have stopped in and said hi, but
maybe you
Especially-
get a sitter next time, and then you guys can both be on the podcast.
That'd be fun.
we don't need a sitter. We'll just do it after the kid goes to bed. Dude, that kid sleeps through anything.
Wow. Amazed you don't have 2 kids.
Well, whose fault is that? Not mine.
I'm not coming over there.
I know you're not. Okay.
Wow. Wow. And on that note.
Yeah. Let's wrap this shit up.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Throw your highs out from Matt. Show him some love. Hate mail goes to Josh. That's it. See you all next time.
Have a good night.